In India, whether it's a village or a city or town where you're residing, cricket is synonymous. Won't you agree? Raise your hand. For any typical villager, cricket was an inseparable part of my life. Every day after completing 50 miles journey to and fro from the village to school and back, attending 8 long classes in the school, one would get tired, obviously. Don't you agree? But there was an undercurrent that was flowing through, and that was the zeal to practice cricket every day in the evening in the village fields with my dear village friends. So as soon as the bus enters into the village, it was nothing less than an alarm for my dear village friends. In next 10 minutes or so, they would start to roam around my house. And we had one indication to understand that, okay, the cycle which is passing by is being driven or being ridden by my dear friend or whoever that person is. And that was ringing the cycle bell 3 times. Ring, ring, ring. That was an indication that I must eat whatever I have on offer on the given day, that I must get in the sports wear, and that I must not forget to carry the cricket bat at the back of my cycle when I'm coming out of my house to play cricket with my dear village friends. So by the time I come out of the gate of the house, a friend or two would be waiting, and they all would sit at the career, the back seat, and then we will ride the cycle to the village field. And that's how we would reach the village field to play cricket. During the cricket sessions, we would make sure that we give our best, the very best that we could. And that too, for the sake of 2 biscuits per player. Back then, when we used to win matches, when we used to play among our village friends, the winning prize was 2 Parle-G biscuits. And if you distribute it among the players, winning side players, it would be 2 biscuits per player. So 2 to 3 years passed by. We continued playing, bowling, fielding. And then somehow we felt that we are now prepared to participate in the tournament, which was being played or being organized in the nearby village. So here we were. We sent the nomination, the team's nomination, into that tournament. We agreed collectively that the captain and the sponsor would be the same guy. Why? Because even if the rest of us would collect the sum total, that would still be less than half the money that was to be paid as the participation amount for the tournament. So the richest guy agreed to be the sponsor and the captain. Probably the best decision that we took that day collectively. Now, this was something that we did before tournaments. What I was doing during the weekends, like any villager, I used to prepare kite. We'll go out right in front of my house to fly my kites, which I have made by myself, until afternoon. Okay. In the afternoon, some of my friends and I would go to the nearby pond to do the fishing. I got beaten by my mom multiple times for that. And we would just not stop there. We would also be swimming in the pond when we would get bored by fishing and when we would not catch enough fish, So we would swim for some time, and then after an hour or two, we'd come back. We'd come back to our respective houses. We would stay there just so that our parents have this comfort that, okay, these kids are around. And then comes evening, and where we would disappear to? The village cricket field, playing cricket. Fast forward, tournament. So on the day, the inauguration day of the tournament, I woke up a bit early. Of course, I was so excited. I washed the cycle. Never in my life I did that. Cleaned the bat so that it should look shiny. And I was waiting. 8 a.m. passed by, 9 a.m. passed by, 10 a.m. passed by. And gradually I lost hope. By 10:30, I was like, okay, everybody forgot me. I have not been invited into that event. So I felt that maybe they might have missed me. Or maybe because we have more than 2 dozens good players, I could not qualify for the event. So I changed the plan. Again, went with a younger kid to the field, started flying kite. And then I had the other plan, fishing and swimming, of course. So a few minutes passed by, and then from a very far distance, I could hear my best friend calling out my name. Where are you? And I was like, here, right here. When he saw me, he said, oh, the captain is looking for you. We are waiting for you before we start the tournament. Why didn't you come at the venue? I'm like, oh my God, I've been waiting to hear this since morning. Where were you? I'm like, okay, let's go. So he rode the bicycle as fast as he could. We reached the venue. We gave our level best. All of us. In the last hour, we lost the match. But we continued the effort. Unfortunately, the destiny had something else planned for me. From there, I went to cities and have been moving ever since, but I could not go back to the village and play the tournament again. Thank you so much.